guys, how's it going? It's me, Chris. Um, yes, we're going to talk about right now. I am going to use uh, Henry's video. I cannot pronounce this last that resentment. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, but okay. Well, anyway, all right. We're gonna review this video, and then I'm gonna also put my 2 cents in. Okay. Now, here we go.
Here. And I'm not about to let any time go by without saying hello to my favorite Power Ranger. Hey, this man is the best. I want you to know that. I want you to give him the proper respect.
And this is how you help people. If you can give, you can give. Just the way it is.
Amen, my brother. Amen on that one. You know, a little bit about me. I work for special needs. All right, I work with special needs. It's hard work. Trust me, it is. And he that right there, I can give him props. And I can tell what type of vehicle he's driving. He's driving a Prius. Because, how I know? Because I have a Prius and I recognize the door setup and the right there, the mirrors, location of the buttons. That's a 2014 or the 2015 model. Well, anyway, yes, and you know, I mean, yeah. Let's continue on. Sorry.
Hey, bro. There you go. There's 100.
God bless you, brother. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, bro.
I ain't seen one of these in forever. You have a great day, my man.
No problem, buddy.
This is probably the hardest video I've ever created. Personally, I am also going through a divorce, but I also know how JDF felt going through the divorce process. It's a very lonely process. You feel powerless. He felt the same way Robin Williams.
Me too. Me too. Me too. It is.
Felt after 2 divorces.
Time you see this, I'll be dead. I hope you can forgive me. I pray for your happiness. Whatever swanning around you want to do, you have my love and my blessing. I'm sorry this only came clear to me now that I'm dying, but that's how life rolls out. The only people who don't look back with regret are idiots and psychopaths. And I got a lifetime of regret.
But let's talk about my childhood, how I spent countless hours watching Power Rangers on them Saturday mornings. Who didn't love the Green Ranger?
The evil Green Ranger laugh, just for you. Rita, you are my empress.
The best episodes was when he was evil under Rita's control and he bodied the whole Power Rangers. And I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes say, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie was 100% for me as a kid, and everyone easily transitioned to their favorite Ranger being the White Ranger. I even had the new sword, but little did we know, JDF escaped Rita's control to serve as a motivational speaker to help people fighting some of the same issues he was battling with. You could always catch his speeches at Comic-Con. The new enemy was on the horizon, and it came in the form of someone he loved. You know, they say the people closest cut you the deepest. For him, that was a divorce where he was served at Comic-Con. Not at the home that they shared, but in front of his fans while he was signing autographs. How do you keep it together at work?
That right there, was abuse. In front of his fans. In front of his fans. In front of his fans. Sorry. I got a sun that's shining and the window. Well, let's continue on because I gotta. There we go. I had to change. There we go. Okay, how about that? Sorry, the window. Somehow the sun's still getting through, and when the sun hits the screen, it glares back. I get the glare in my face. So, let's go back.
Word, when the love of your life files for divorce, asks for everything, and
let's go back a little bit. Let's refresh my memory.
That they shared, but in front of his fans while he was signing autographs.
Okay, yes. Let's go back. All right. Serving him a papers in front of his fans. Oh no. And I got was, I'm leaving you. This is the reason why I'm leaving you. Your car's is horrible. I'm a piss poor person. I don't make enough. You know, I was the only one working. You know, working 80 hours. And you know, she didn't work. I'm gonna tell you my part of my story is that I worked my ass off, support a kid and a wife, and you know, I didn't get no help. That's the thing. I didn't get no help, and. You know, I mean, she had internet husbands. I'm sorry, I'm kind of put myself out there a little bit because I'm pretty sure he went through some similar situation where you have outside influence. All right, when you're happy, that's the thing. All right, you're happy. I was happy, and you have outside sources seeing you that you are with this lady, and they and you're together. All right, and The outside source does not like that at 100%. So what they're going to do, okay, at that time I did not understand all this, okay? I was too much of in love with my wife and, you know, involved, and this is that. And I'm not going to give out all the details, but what's pretty much saying that I'm going to pretty much say it was outside source that interfered with the relationships and marriage. That's the problem right there. I mean, she had internet husbands, okay, and, you know, guys trying to, you know, steal her away. Well, it actually did. I mean, the husband, those guys, literally, one of them literally did stole her away from me. She went to him, and, you know, but the other source, outside source, was her sister verbally telling me in front of my ex, hey, you know she has internet husbands? You know, and that kind of flipped my switch. I was like, and then she had the audacity to try to defend. Well, I can't control. And I was like, really? But yet she has to talk to these people while at work, because I don't know. I mean, and the thing is I done the stupid thing, which probably caused the whole blow up in the first place, because it was literally my fault too, as well, as much as it's her fault, is that I made a fake account, a fake person account, and to get back at her, but yet she used that fake account saying that I cheated on her when I really didn't. And I used it. I mean, it's horrible. And like I say, and then, oh man, it was horrible. But this is not about me. This is, well, then again, it's not about just me or Frank or Henry. He says he's going through a divorce. Let's take that back. Let's see. Well, I'm not worried about it. Right? I'm sorry. It's you have all these guys taking their own lives or being abused, but yet you got women abusing the court system, the whole system itself. All right, and I think Kanye West. I'm going to put Kanye West in this video right now because I could see him being the next victim of suicide or something, because he has to pay $200,000 a month for child support. $200,000. What kid needs $200,000? That surely shows you it's not about the child. It's not for the child. It's this whole child support shit needs to go out the window. I refuse to be in that system or anything, because I refuse to play that game. I will even take my own life. That's $200,000. Sorry, we're going off track. Let's go ahead and continue on. Sorry.
How do you keep it together at work when the love of your life files for divorce, asks for everything, and makes some heinous allegations in the process? After it was revealed that he claimed his life after arguing with the person who was divorcing him, she posted this on Instagram for damage control.
That right there. It has to... It takes him killing himself to reveal none of that was true. It takes him killing himself to show that none of that was true. My God, Johnny Depp, the guy that played the Pirates in the Caribbean, and what's her name? Dang it. Well, Amber Heard, that's right. Amber Heard, and made him look like the bad guy. But he went through tooth and nail. You don't know how much money Johnny Depp had to put out just to prove his case in order that he didn't do it. I mean, that's abusing the system. That's abusing to get what they want. Oops, sorry.
The loss of my soulmate, Jason. I can't go on without you. You are my world. Yes, we had our struggles like marriage, but months ago we both agreed it was
You was causing the damn struggle.
worth saving. Deep conversations, vulnerability, forgiveness on both parts. I am deeply lost, hurt and utterly destroyed. I lost my one and only true love. I am your forever firecracker, baby, till we together again. Now, who believes that? So far, some of the people in the comments section, they ain't take it too well. You divorced your soulmate, said one person. Soulmates, weren't you trying to divorce him? Like, okay, how you gonna divorce your soulmate? Come after his legacy. WTF, make that make sense. And
She never did love him. She used him. She used him for leverage to get what she wants. Now, since he's gone, he's dead, he's getting it. She got what she wanted. She got what she wanted. The same way with my ex. Me out of the way, she got what she wanted. And us guys has to sit here and suffer for the consequences of these false.
And yes, I understand those sentiments. Some people were supportive, as mostly women. But let's get to why he was in the predicament he was and what did she file for in the divorce. Cruel treatment. Power Rangers star Jason David Frank fought his estranged wife in a bitter divorce weeks before his tragic deletion. According to documents obtained by Radar Online, Jason's wife Tammy filed for divorce on August 7th. Keep that date in mind. Keep that date in mind. What did she petition for? She said they were married on May 17th, 2003 and ceased living together as husband and wife on or about July 1st. So roughly 4 or 5 months ago. Ceased to live together as husband and wife. That can mean you in separate bedrooms or separate residences. You're not in the same bed. The relationship has changed. Tammy said the marriage had become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities. Further, she accused Jason of being guilty of cruel treatment towards her that renders further living together insupportable. So cruel treatment is usually some type of abuse. And if it's
The cruel treatment, I don't know. I mean, I can't really say what went on there because I'm just a fan looking in. That's what we are, just fans looking in. And, but I could say from my experience is just that they always play the victim role. But the thing is, okay, the thing is, they use anything to manipulate the system, alright? They use anything. They'll even lie to manipulate the system to get what they want. They will lie to get what they want. But it took him to kill himself to reveal that none of this happened. So does that mean that us guys has to end our life just to prove that it never happened? You got Robin Williams taking his own life. I don't know what happened between them. You got Jason Franks, him taking his own life. And you got Amber Heard. Well, Johnny Depp didn't take his own life, but he sacrificed a lot to prove that he was not, that she was the abuser. Okay? Those are the rich people. Just think how many everyday average ladies manipulate the system. But yet these so-called women want equality, but yet the fathers cannot, and the husband cannot get the equality. The women wants to manipulate everything, but yet and it takes the man ending his own life, or him being crazy, or him being just to prove that he didn't do it. That right there is abuse right there. The women is abusing the guys, making them go crazy, which is emotional abuse. In my case, it was emotional abuse for me, emotionally abusing me. This house is not good enough. You're not bringing enough money. I'm not happy. how come you're not home? Because I'm working. I need you here. But yet, at the same time, the thing, okay, all right, with me, all right, she would complain about me not being home, but yet, at the same time, not having enough money, so I'm working 80 plus hours cleaning carpet, and back that time I was a carpet cleaner, and your job's not paying you well. Whoopie doo, you're a carpet cleaner. And then at the same time, she accused me of abusing her, abusing my son. Okay, but yet that's when I gotta get away. Okay, but you're saying that now, but yet when supposedly the abuse happened, you never called the police. Supposedly the abuse happened, you never reported it. But yet when you're with the guy that you met off the internet that stole my wife, off the internet, and I'm pretty sure all Frank did is go to these. Heck, you could see his career, all he does. You can see. Okay, you talking about abuse? Here. Alright. That's alright. Let's see. Here, let me show you this. Let me pull it up. All right. I made a thing on TikTok saying, do you actually believe he actually committed suicide? And so far, I have a total of 10 people done a poll, and it came out where 77% say no, he did not commit suicide, and I have 23% saying yes, he did. So I cannot say he did or didn't, but tell me, do you believe he actually was abusive? Here's a video of them together. She backslammed him. You saw that slap and try to play it off that she was just being playful. No. That was a back slam. You know, there might be some things that he did, because, you know, it's not always perfect on both sides. I'm pretty sure he's guilty of some things. You know, and like for me, I'm guilty of some things too of myself. Well, instead of me handling the situation better, because I could handle it probably, kind of looking back of handling it better by not making a fake account, go all this route, because she's using it, saying that I cheated on her when I really didn't. It was just me, because I posted it right there where when she turned on the screen she will see it, but yet those were her words. But can't really prove it. But yet I know she has hacked in my account quite a few times and changed the things, make it where I'm the bad guy. But yet it's my word versus hers. But I got her stating in the messages, which I have it screen saved, so therefore she can't say I didn't say that she did get into my account and change some stuff. I got some screen messages, but I'm pretty sure that's how they do it, where they will manipulate the system in their favor. And it's hard. Let's go back to this. I'm sorry.
Physical abuse, they look for police report. No police reports were mentioned, so she's probably leaning on the emotional verbal abuse. That's typically how they go. She also said that he committed adultery. She asked the court to award her a disproportionate share of the parties, blaming Jason for the breakup and accusing him of fraud. So now it sounds like a criminal case. What happens when these relationships fall apart? If they got dirt on you, they try to use it as leverage to get you to settle. In his case, she was alleging fraud. Regarding fraud allegations, she said Jason had committed fraud on the community estate. She demanded he reimburse her for money spent. Tammy pleaded with the court to grant her a temporary restraining order prohibiting the star from treating or destroying or selling their community assets. So she she don't want him spending any money. Now, restraining order is a weapon, because they can use that to get you out the house. In her instance, she kind of was using it to get him out the house. Tammy wanted the court to order Jason not to block her from using their Texas home, so she wants the house. In addition, she pleaded that he not be allowed to turn off the electricity or cable, so she wants to live in the house and for him to pay the bills. Jason's ex said she also needed him to pay her her attorney's fees. So not only do she want him out the house, she want him to pay for it. But what did Jason say? In response, Jason said the court should enforce the premarital agreement they signed before walking down the aisle in 2003. He said they had entered into a premarital agreement altering their marital property rights in certain property on and during the marriage. So what that means is maybe she don't own the whole house. He owns the.
So basically they get married. So women gets married not for love, but for money, possessions, objects. But yet they don't want to do anything to contribute. They want to sit on their ass and while the guy forks out his whole life, and then I'm pretty sure she has the next guy lined up to go to if shit goes sour. But there is a rumor saying that his daughter or stepdaughter committed suicide last year in November. But I'm not sure on that, because that is a rumor. I don't believe rumors, but until I know that rumor is true, Till then, that's just a rumor. And okay, this right here, that's all you guys marrying for someone, not for love, not for you actually cared about the person. Man, when the guy pours his heart out, for me, I poured my heart out for my lady. All right. There was even a time where her mom and her siblings were, I don't know, ganging up on her or something. And we got out to the car, and she was crying. And I'm gonna bring this up, man. And she was crying, saying that they don't love her, they don't, and I was like, and I felt bad. I was like, no, this is not true. They do love you. And I went in and I knocked on the door. I went in. Well, for some reason, his brother was all mad and angry towards me. I guess there was an argument somewhere because the thing is that there was a day I threw her sister out. I threw her sister out of the home because she was refusing to get a job. I mean, I even set her up with an interview, and she would not take the job. And she basically was freeloading off of us, and so I kicked her out, and that what caused the commotion between her, me, because supposedly the sister was looking after the son while I was working, while she was on the computer talking. And because I was at work, she was, yeah. And I went in, and I explained. For some reason, but yet, for some reason, she took that me as I ruined her mom's birthday. But yet we, and I went in, barged in. I was like, and explained the situation that she feels that you guys don't love her. Blah 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 this, blah 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 that, and then I mean, and all the blah 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 was basically them how the sister was basically the blah 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 was basically the sister was looking after my son while I was working, while she was on the internet talking to guys. And that's how the guys internet guy, that's how come the sister revealed about the internet husbands and stuff. I mean, all I did is just want to show her how much her family does love her. Well, yeah, they love her, all right, but they were also toxic. Because I do believe that part. Because they're the ones. I don't know. I can't blame them, because I do believe it was the guy she was talking on the internet to. And the thing is that after so much fighting, because you'll never win. That's the thing. You will never win on anything on this. It takes a guy to commit suicide or go crazy just to prove that he didn't. I'm not perfect myself. I probably done some, thing, because I did got selfish that year of my tax return, because I bought a stereo for my car, and that was because I did do a whole lot. I mean, I must have. Let's continue. Sorry.
The house, and sometimes if the marriage go left, they put a clause in there that since he owns the house, she got to move out within 30 days. Hence, she wanted the court to make her stay in the house. He also accused Tammy of being the guilty one of cruel treatment in the marriage. So oftentimes they say, hey, he abused me, and he like, no, I didn't. It was actually vice versa. But no one believes the man, because who cares?
Yeah. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
He said her behavior made it impossible to live under the same roof. So now it's a he said, she said. Jason asked the court to have his ex-wife follow, not to threaten him or any use of community funds until the outcome of the divorce. So now he's saying, hey, don't threaten me and don't spend money in our joint bank accounts. Jason asked for exclusive use of the couple's home, so he wants her out the house. His 2001 spec Softail Harley.
The thing is that every time, because she took off with my son to all the way out to Colorado. All right, I live here in Indiana. Well, the thing is that she took off for this guy, and I'm, the reason why she is so upset with me, because I did call CPS on my in-laws, and I called CPS on her. I did everything in my power. I feel like I done right, where I called everyone. I even called the police when she went off. No, I got the runaround with the police. No, she has the right to take her out. But if that was me taking my son out of state, they will go after me for kidnapping. But no, but it's okay for her.
His 2021 Road Glide Special in any motor vehicles in his possession. Further, he asks for all his clothing and jewelry to be awarded to him. Jason's response was filed on September 6th. The case was still ongoing and the parties were going back and forth last month, as Radar Online previously reported. The mixed martial artist deleted himself over the weekend. When he said enforce the prenup, that's everyone's telltale sign that she's asking for stuff outside of the prenup. She's asking for stuff that goes against the prenup, and it becomes a battle. And in some instances, the judges can temporarily award things that may or may not go against the prenup. But now, with him deleting himself, she gets everything. She gets the house that she wanted. She gets the revenue from Comic-Con or whatever other assets that he had, and no one cares. He does have a daughter with her, and he also has 3 from a previous marriage. Everything goes to Tammy. She gets all his money, all his cars, those joint bank accounts, all go to her. Hopefully he had a will in place where his kids could get some of his assets, but if not, it literally goes to the woman he wanted to give no assets to, as we saw in his court filing. But what do y'all think? And people will say, he was troubled, he had a troubled past.
No. You don't... You believe what's... No. I don't know what type of person he was growing up. That right there. No. That right there, man. That's... No. That's her manipulating the system. That's her manipulating the system. I want to make something clear.
And the divorce played no part in him deleting himself. And she would like you to think that. And there are plenty of other people who would like you to think that. But I'm telling you, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. That argument that he had is one of two things. It's, I don't want a divorce, let's stay together. Or, I can't believe you're asking for this in the divorce. I can't believe you're accusing me of property fraud. I can't believe you're accusing me of adultery. I can't believe you served me while at Comic-Con. I thought you loved me. Only she really know what happened or what was said leading up to his...
No. They used the word I love you to manipulate you. Because, boy, my ex used her love against me to get what she wanted. She wanted the house we moved into. I got her that. I mean, it was a rented home, yeah. But I got her that. She wanted to live there. Because we had an argument that that the drive from me, drive from where she, the current place and to the work, that was an hour and a half. I want to move closer to work so that way I'm not... Because there's quite a few times when I was driving home from work, I'm tired from working and, almost crashed my car because I almost dozed off, being exhausted. And get this, all right? She has a whole bunch of guys. I mean, she has kids with different dads. And she had one kid that died. Because there was drugs in its system. And I got court papers stating that she got herself some trouble because the guy that stole her away from me was a drug addict, and somehow she got lost custody and is adopted, but yet she purposely made it sound like, I don't know. I mean, because with me, I went back and forth in Colorado looking for her in Indiana. Okay, it's a good 3 to 4 days of drive there from Indiana. And if you do like 2 days straight of driving without sleep, you can get there about that time. And hauling ass. And I did haul ass on there. I mean, I was looking and you know, let's just say how much I sacrificed. I sold everything to fuel the car and have fundings just to go back and forth to look for her. And, you know, it's hard, man. And, you know, I got let go of that job because, you know, I'm not, and that's the thing. Maybe there was them, I don't know, maybe there was some sort of, because when you're going through something like this, okay, for me, alright, and having that type of lady, it brought the ugly out of me. It brought the ugliness that I did not like. Because you get to say things that you don't really mean, but you were nasty. The stuff I said was nasty, and you know, at the same time, the stuff she said was nasty towards me. The video's almost over anyway. Sorry.
Is deletion. But let me know what y'all think, man. This is a heavy subject for me. If you're going through something, call somebody, reach out, don't delete yourself. Never turn to a permanent solution for a temporary problem. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next video.
Alright. Now you can see on the down here Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. I'm pretty sure Kanye West is going to be the next victim, because $200K for child support? Come on. What child needs $200,000? I mean, you put clothes on them. You know, he can spend money for clothes. He can spend money for school, but giving them straight no, because that whole child support system, the whole child support system is a fraud. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out because we're done here. And everyone, that's Henry. If you want to see the video, go back to his page, see it all the way through. I'll leave a link down at the bottom, and you know, where you can watch it yourself. Let's see, hold on. Let's see. Shared. And copy. Alrighty. Yeah. So turn this off. 3, 2, 1. I mean, yeah. And I'm gonna turn this off. I like that. Well, anyway, you know, I kind of, that's the thing. I want to get back to the part where when you're dealing with this, you become a person that you don't want to be. Because in this situation, it brings out the ugly in you. The person that you don't want to bring out. Because you get to say things you don't mean, but yet when you do, they'll use it against you. And again, the link is down there. And man, but I want to say this. I think us guys, I'm going to say this. I think all of us guys should make some sort of law, team up, a law to prevent stuff like this to happen. Well, it won't prevent it from happening, but some sort of, I mean, come on, man. How many guys does it take to sacrifice himself just for something to get done? We're being used as an object. Because the women don't view us as a person, they view us as an object, something they can use. We are now property of the women. When we when it's supposed to be we are one. I mean, and the thing is that it's not easy. But the thing is that you can only do so much on your side. And that's all you can do is control you. You can't control the other person. And with accusation like that, where where he's painted as a bad person, and the only way to reveal that, the only way to reveal it is him ending his own life. I mean, Tommy was. I mean, he played Tommy. He was the Power Ranger guy. Alright? Just imagine us average people out here dealing with the similar problem that we all deal that Johnny Depp, Jason Frank deals with. How many deaths does it take? But yet, I'm going to say this right here. Women want equal rights, want to be treated like equal, but yet the husband and fathers don't get treated as equal. And at the same time, the court system has a lot to blame too. Because the whole support system, I'm going to say the whole child support system, everything, the lawyers and all that, okay, they get a chunk of that. It was never, when the court system came up with the child support system, it was never about the child. It's about the state getting the money, or the U.S. getting the money. That's all it is. All right? You got lawyers purposely gouge you the money because they'll try to make the case to go out longer until you become broke where you can't afford it no more. That's where half the money went towards. It was my lawyer, because I had to sell things and do things. I mean, it got so bad where I had to sell the car, sell the home, pay the lawyer. I mean, I sacrificed, and it took me years to build myself back up. But during that time of me doing that, all she was doing is being with a guy do whatever she wants to do to be for her happiness. When do we, us guys, do things to be happy? When can we be happy? I mean, it seems like it's okay for her to be happy, but yet it's not okay for me to be happy. It's like we don't matter. I don't matter. And, and I'm gonna put this on the child perspective because I grew up without a father. Okay? And I grew up without a father. Okay, and it's hard. And when I became of age, I was searching my father. Alright, I couldn't find him. And, you know, as me growing up, I was made to believe that my father had nothing to do with me. Years down the line, my sibling from the father's side contacted me saying that she was looking for me. Alright, this is not my sister, but yet this is my half sister. I did not knew I had. And basically, she explained to me that the whole time I was growing up, the dad was trying to be in my life, but yet Grandpa and my mom wouldn't allow it, or I don't know. The same situation that my son is dealing with, where basically the history is repeating itself. The whole time I grew up thinking that my father never cared about me was a full, complete lie. He was looking for me. By the time I turned 18, he passed away of a heart attack. I didn't get no information out. Still to the day, I cannot get no information out of my mom about this. And, you know, here is me trying to get into my son, because growing up thinking that your dad didn't care about you. I did much as I could to be there, but yet she took him all the way out to Colorado, making it impossible. Oh, and get this, she like I told you from the beginning, she got him taken away because the guy she went with was a drug addict, and now they're the person that she's with was a drug addict, and she had a baby with him, and somehow the baby died because the baby had drugs in its system. My son had drugs in the system. It's in the paperwork. It's in the court files. And I did not know none of this was going on because I'm too worried I'm too much worried because I had to take care of still have rent to take care of, go to Colorado, go back. I have to make sure. It was hard, and driving from Indiana to Colorado and back and forth. I did all that for what? Nothing. And the thing is that I was trying to be a good. That's the thing. I was trying to be a good husband, a good father, because I didn't want my son to grow up I had to went through. I know I'm going off subject here because this is now a different subject. I'm going to tell you my life right here, right now. Matter of fact, hold on. Hold on. We'll do it this way. We'll do it this way.
Please, when you are doing a rescue mission to revive someone, you have to bring a gun and armor, or you will end up like this guy. Dead.
Hello?
Hello?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Out of curiosity, are you the one I gotta rescue?
Yes, I'm down here at the, look like a bay or something.
Ah, crap. Sorry, I thought this was just a normal NPC mission. Sorry, I'm new to Star Citizen. I didn't know what to expect. So you said there's pirates, right?
Oh yeah. You got your guns, right?
No. I'm new around here. I really didn't know what to expect.
Oh yeah, when it comes to rescue missions, you got to be prepared for anything.
Oh God. Well, I don't know if you don't mind waiting a little bit longer, and maybe I could get myself a little bit better prepared.
Please, when you are doing a rescue mission to revive someone, you have to bring a gun and armor, or you will end up like this guy. Dead.
Alright, I'm back. Now, alright, it's made official now. It's now, this is a whole different subject. Okay, the subject's now my life story. Alright, my life story is that me that's growing up, I got the most shittiest life there was growing up. I'm going to say this. The first 15 years of my life. I'll take that back. The first 13 years of my life, from age 1 to 13, was horrible for me. It was horrible. It was horrible. Why I say it's horrible? Because I was living with a grandpa and my mom. Alright? My grandpa was the big issue with me growing up. It really was. Because it was horrible. I mean, he never. I did get a lot of whippings, but that's not the worst part. Because, you know, the whippings, alright, I did deserve those. It is the It is the verbal part. It's the verbal part and the emotional part. Because the verbal part was he sorry. It's like the trolls you see on TikTok. He was like that. He was more of a bully towards me. I mean, growing up. What I mean is that he, oh man, it's he literally humiliated me a bunch of times, where there was times where I made a mistake or done something wrong, or I don't know what I did so bad that I had fireworks in my firecrackers in my pants pocket. Alright? There was times where I had to stand in the middle of the floor. Here, let me show you. I mean, I had to stand on my middle of the floor, on my tippy toes, on my tippy toes, and hold it there, on my tippy toes. And there was times he stuck a trash, not a trash bag, but a paper, like a grocery sack, a paper grocery sack over my head. As he's put it in here, over my head, telling how worthless I am, how ugly I look. I don't know what I did wrong there. I done something wrong. And you're disgusting. You're no good. You're no good than a dead horse. I mean, and you know, when I go out in public, this is when I was a kid. This is when I was a kid. When I go out in public and go places, I had to sit in between his legs on the floor. And I had to look at him. And, you know, the thing is that I had to face inward. I couldn't face outward to see what's going on out there. But he says to me that I'm too damn ugly to be looking out that way. No one wants to see my ugly face. I was not allowed to get up. I was not allowed to move around. It's the same way at home, too. We got home. I had to sit in a certain spot. But when my mom gets off of work, everything's okay. But when she was at work, I got home from work, school, be at a certain location, right there. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, he didn't even bring in kids, like the neighborhood kids, and have them make fun of me. He would sabotage me, where every time I try to make a friend, nope. No, because he'll say or do things where I go to school, I'm humiliated because Grandpa gave them something to humiliate, to make fun of me with. So it was so bad where I go to school, I get picked on, I go home, I get picked on. I've dealt with that my whole first 13 to 15 years of age. There was a time where, I don't know, I've done something wrong where well, it was the thing is just that when my mom was there, I could do things. When my mom's not there, I'm not allowed to do anything. And the thing is that me growing up in school, as a child, I was not allowed to do basketball. I was not allowed to do any sports. I was not allowed. I had to go to school and come home. Go to school and come home. And then when I became 15, I had my first job. Well, yeah. So, school, work, at home. School, work, at home. I mean, age 16 and 17, I started getting more and more little freedom because it took me to, well, I thought there were freedom, but yet it was another tactic for my grandpa to sabotage and control me. Because this is hard. I mean, having people telling you you're ugly all the time, you're nothing good, and then when you marry to the person, because I found my wife and all, and through MySpace. She turned 18. Yeah, she was freshly 18 when we first met. But I did not know that when we was talking, because she planted on was meeting in January, which we did, which but you know, we're only 8 years apart. So she was 18, I was 25, going on 26. Yeah. And we met. You know, 2 years was doing good. I mean, I thought, you know, when we first met, okay, I was in a shitty car with a shitty mobile home. I mean, the house was shitty. I mean, it was. I mean, it was shitty. You know, it was not the best place, not the best, you know. We connected. I mean, we build up. And, you know, we build a relationship. I'm jumping in there because it's kind of, you know, her and I discussed what went on in our lives, and I discussed to her what went on with my life growing up. And basically, oh man, the whole time we were married, okay, every time I went to work, okay, all right. The thing is that when we got together, all right, you know, when we met the first day, all right, it was like love at first sight. We connected real good. I mean, we had a good, strong bondage. I mean, everything was good. And you know, she done her own thing of drawings. She had some drawings, and she had this journal. I read through all this journal she had. And, you know, and the thing is that the whole time that she was talking to me about her fathers and stuff, I was telling her about my grandpa, how he treated me, and how, you know, she was saying that she's missing a lot of memory from her childhood. But I don't know if that's true because I don't know. well, let me continue on. You know, she was doing good. Her and I were doing good, and you know, but the thing is that she got me out of a shitty job. You know, because when we got married, I was still, and I had an interview for this carpet cleaning job, and the job I was at, I was a bag boy at Kroger's, and you know, in a way, she kind of helped me by, because you know. When I got married to her, you know, I want to do right. I mean, can't really do right when I'm working at Kroger's as a bag boy. So I got a better paying job. As a carpet cleaner. And as a carpet cleaner, you know, it was when I got that job doing the carpet cleaner, and we finally got our own place, but yet she went on to move all the way to closer to her parents. But I was like, really? So we got our own place, and you know, and then we got our own place. When I was going to work, the place was all the way out closer to her parents, which is an hour and a half drive for me from work to there. You know, that's the thing about me, all right? I've been a pushover all my life. And you know, trying to get her to compromise with me was the hardest, and then I did everything that she wanted, and you know, when I got there, when I moved to an apartment that's closer to her parents, all right, that's when we had our child. And, well, for some reason, every time we had to go to work, we had to drop her off at her parents. And the whole time of me being with her parents, me being at work, she was with her parents. The whole time she was with her parents, or folks, her folks was taking care of the baby instead of her. And then when I got back home from work, there was a time where I got back home from work, that you know, that they was taking care of the baby instead of her because she was too busy talking on the internet. Because there was times when on my days off, the people that she was talking to commented how big my sandwich was, And to me, I'm like, really? And I'm like, okay. But she was telling me that those were just her friends. I was like, oh, that's all I was talking about. Basically, I let her do what she wanted. I mean, it's supposed to be 50-50. And, I always, I was living my life, man. Got a wife, kid. I didn't care what she was doing, which I should be caring. I was going into because man, when you're with the lady you love, when you got a family, that's the only thing that matters to you. And then you want to do what it do to keep it. And well, she wanted to move out of that apartment into her folks' place to say she claimed it was for some other reason. So we did that, and there was an issue because her dad was staying with me at the time, and the thing is that there was times that her dad and her got into it where he made her cry or something, and I didn't like it. So, and then when we moved out, I did not help him move because of the way he treated her at that time. So I was like, no, sorry. And and then, we moved back closer to work. A year later. Because she picked out the house she wanted. She picked out what... So I did that. I was like, this is a lot of money. And basically her famous line is, deal with it. And so therefore, somehow she talked her sister moving in. Her sister and I had a verbal agreement that she would go get a job and all this and help out half. So that way I'm not stuck. So therefore, I got her applications. She didn't fill them out. I even set her up an interview. She didn't. She went. She turned it down. And, then when I got home from that work, that's when her sister said, do you know she has internet husbands? And I was like, internet husband? Yeah, she's talking to guys, flirting with them. I mean, she said it right there in front of my ex. And, it kind of... And then she's trying to be... So you didn't block him or anything? You still talking to him? But it was excuse after excuse after excuse. So therefore, I made a fake profile, made it look like I was talking to a lady. And I mean, it was so damn good that she believed it. Or she used it, saying that I was cheating on her, when in fact I really wasn't. But, because when I came home, because when I left for work, I turn off the screen. I purposely set it up where she can just turn on the screen, boom, it's right there in her face. And, you know, and then she started boo-hoo on the phone because I get a call. Chris, what's that? And then I try to explain, but she didn't want to hear the explanation. And then I mean, what could you do? And alright, she forgive me on that one. I guess she says I guess she forgive me, supposedly forgive me. And basically she used, instead of that, she used it to but, you know, before all that happened, let's go back a little bit. I'm going back. They had me, because I kind of left some part out where she and her mom wanted me to join her church. I joined their church like they wanted me to do. I did what they wanted me to do. I joined their church. It was a Mormon church. Now let's go back to the part where she found out the screen I left on her for her to see. And, well, you know, she called me on the phone while I was at work, boo-hooing. Why? I can't believe. I try to explain. It's nothing. What do you mean it's nothing? It's nothing. She wouldn't listen. Or, I don't know. I mean, I was really good at making this fake profile that anyone could thought was a real one. You know, plus at the same time, I was using it to, basically I was using it to track her movements on the internet while I'm at work. and trying to get her to talk was hard. Because she thought that fake account was a real person. I tried to explain, but she didn't listen. And, you know, let's move on from there. And on to there, she said she's falling out of love with me. So why is that? Because she used that as the reason, and she also said that I supposedly abused my son, supposedly was mean to him. My friend, he can also stated that there was no abuse on my end. Can state that there was no abuse. That I didn't do no abuse. But when she pulled me to the room, to speak to us alone about, and start giving me the breakup talk, I'm falling out of love with you. But I was like, what do you mean? You know, I started to raise my voice. What do you mean? And everything that what my grandpa has said negative, you're ugly or all this, she used that. Uses the exact same words. I'm ugly. The house, I mean, I was in a trailer park. How disgusting that was. I mean, she literally tore me to pieces. I mean, she used the same tactic my grandpa used that I explained to her, to me. And, you know, she made me believe that she was hurt by the fake profile. But yet, at the same time, she repeated what my grandpa said to me when I was a young kid. And that and that right there, I'm going to be honest, that right there popped me right there, where I took a I got so angry when she said that to me. Used Grandpa's words towards me. I got so angry. It wasn't just anger. It was shock. It was more like a shocking feeling that someone that you loved and respect, you went there with you. So I picked up the metal bar. I did hit my own head with it. I did. You know, I hit myself with it. And then when I did that, she was like, "See how ugly you are? Look at that. You're pathetic. You're supposed to deal with it. You're not a man. You're a..." I was like, I worked, I bust my ass off, I give you everything you wanted. It's not enough. And then she telling me there's another guy named Chris that does better for me, that's way better than me. And then, and that next day, she was gone. She went with him. And I've been trying for a long time to... Oh man, it's hard. And you know, today it's hard. I mean, I'm sorry. I made this into a 2-hour video. You know, the thing is that she went there saying I scared her when I probably have scared her because I did hit myself with a metal pipe on my head. And probably that was not the best move. And I literally split my head open on that one. And that was, and then on the phone, because there's more. The thing is that we were doing a lot of talking on the phone, because there's been a few, I would say a couple months that she not, yeah, it was a couple months that she has not called me or nothing, and you know, all the way out in Colorado somewhere. And somehow the boyfriend that she was with funded her going back and forth like a bus. When she came to me, trying to seduce me to I don't know. She used to seduce me to do something for her, pay for something, and I went ahead and done it because I'm a pushover. And then when she came here, she verbally told me that she had had messed around with a guy on a bus here. I don't know. You know what the thing is? What happened to when you say I do? I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Thank you for watching, if you did watch this. Bye.